Hi, it's Dwyer. GamblersAdvisory.com, dwyervip.com for premium picks. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Let's talk about my picks from last week. Split decision there. I won on the under 50 points in the Green Bay versus Arizona Cardinal game. Unfortunately, I gave it back to the casino with the VIG by taking the Seattle Seahawks on the road over the Carolina Panthers. As you can imagine, I would love to have had that game have an extra quarter. Anyway, let's talk about this week. We're talking about the AFC Championship game. I'll post my pick for the NFC game at dwyervip.com. Right? But in the AFC, I believe the road team. I believe the New England Patriots are headed back to the Super Bowl. This is a strong preference. I think Denver is starting the wrong guy. I encourage everyone to look at Peyton Manning's stats from last week. I'm just telling you that the Papa John loving public doesn't fully understand just how beaten up, just how beaten down Peyton Manning is these days. Right? When you see wide receivers dropping a lot of balls, that could show that the timing on the route, the relationship with the quarterback is just not crisp. That the quarterback is getting the ball there in non-catchable form. Right? That the ball's twisting and turning. The ball's either a little bit too early or a little bit too late. Let's just say that the Denver Broncos right now are out of sync. Right? That last drive in the fourth quarter, they were running the football. Peyton Manning wasn't throwing the football. Go back to Denver's earlier victory over New England. People need to realize that was Brock Osweiler. Understand, too, little was known about Brock Osweiler at the time. Now Bill Belichick and company, no more. Right? Understand, too, that Belichick has had the extra day. Right? Because the Patriots played one day earlier than the Denver Broncos. Let's talk about Denver's defense. Great pass rush. Absolutely. Right? Just understand that Tom Brady is one of the quickest guys in the NFL in getting rid of the football. Right? You're not going to sack Tom Brady too much because Tom Brady is that fast. Look at the guys catching the passes for him. Right? Tight end, Rob Gronkowski, master at getting open quickly. Right? Those quick strikes down around the red zone, a lot of them are to Rob Gronkowski. He knows how to get to that little pylon area and make catches. Think about Edelman. He's back. Think about Amendola. He's back. These guys are quicker than they are faster. Right? These guys get out of breaks quickly. Belichick, operating at genius level, has figured out that he doesn't have to have guys run by you. Maybe the 40 time isn't the proper metric in judging a wide receiver. Maybe it's the receiver's ability to make a break, to get out of breaks. Right? I believe the Patriot offense is just too fast for Denver's defense, and I feel that Denver's offense, look at the rankings, folks. They're the only team playing this weekend that aren't in the top half of the league, offensively. Right? Denver's offense should not be able to keep up with these Patriots. Right? I like the Patriots here. My concern on the 3 points, right? Patriots right now are favored by 3, is that you don't want to deal with a hook. In other words, you don't want the line to go up to 3.5. The bet I'm recommending, since the line is so low, is to just take the Patriots straight up. Right? Take the Patriots straight up. I think you'll be rewarded. I just don't think Peyton Manning throws the ball well enough to beat a Bill Belichick defense. Let me say this too. If we drop the names just drop Tom Brady's name out of the mix. Drop Peyton Manning's name out of the mix. If we just got rid of the names and went on purely statistical analysis, understand that statistically, this is a matchup between one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I believe Tom Brady this last year threw something like 7 interceptions. That's it, folks. Right? One of the best quarterbacks statistically in this league. And he's going up against one of the worst. Right? Forget the Papa John commercials. Forget the Nationwide commercials. Let's just judge Peyton Manning today statistically. Right? If you were to ask 100 fans who they would take in a matchup between one of the best quarterbacks against one of the worst quarterbacks, in a year in which the guy who has the bad numbers missed several games because of injury, right? In a year in which Denver was losing late against a Pittsburgh team, missing their top running back, missing his backup, and missing their top wide receiver. With Big Ben, of course, banged up. Think about it. And Pittsburgh was hanging with Denver. I like the Patriots over the Denver Broncos. My recommendation is not to mess with the line at all. Just take New England straight up. If you have to fool around with the line, take New England up to -3. But if it gets to -3.5, avoid the hook and just take New England on a money line. I think the reigning champs are back in the Super Bowl. Right? If Denver yanks Peyton Manning during the game and puts in Brock Osweiler, in my opinion, that's going to be so emotionally tumultuous that the team is going to fall apart. I think Denver sealed its fate when it decided to go with Peyton Manning for the Pittsburgh Steelers game. I don't believe he's going to be able to deliver against the New England Patriots. That's how I see it. Let me hear from you. Leave your comments for me here online. Visit us at dwyervip.com for premium picks and at gamblersadvisory.com. One final thing. I want you to look at the length of time, the number of quarters where this Denver offense was unable to score a touchdown. Right? Don't be blinded by the end of the Steeler game. Right? Where they're running the ball in a way in which the secret's out of the bag. They're not going to be able to run that way against the Patriots.